Take precepts, stay diligent. The most I built this army, so now we militant. Yahweh Shai coming like a thief in the night. Gotta stay woke, gotta watch
Israel.
Unto every house.
Unto the house of Israel.
Unto the house of Allah.
Unto the house of Israel.
Unto the Masjid.
Unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Give them what?
And give them warning from me.
We out here to give you warning from the destruction of the Lord in these last days, man. And we don't want you to get destroyed in these last days, brother. So come back out and hear the words of the Lord. Hey, because the Lord made us watchmen. He made us watchmen unto the house of Israel. Hey, to warn the Israelites, hey, of the day of the Lord, man. Hey, that great and terrible day is coming, man. Hey, it's gonna be a great day because, hey, certain ones, hey, the 144, and the people that kept the Lord's commandments and kept His charge, and the ones that the Most High deemed to be righteous, deemed to be a righteous servant. Hey, the ones who He said, hey, my servant, hey, you done well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, those people are the ones that's going to get saved. That's going to be the great day for them. But it's going to be a terrible day for the heathen, man. It's going to be a terrible day for the Israelite brothers and sisters that want to stay in this world. They're going to get destroyed right with it. They're going to get flushed down the toilet, man. They're going to get torn to pieces like wet tissue, man.
In 1 hour, we going to turn niggas into kings.
In 1 day, in 1 hour. Hey, that's right.
In 1 hour, we going to turn niggas into kings.
In 1 hour, we going to turn niggas into kings, man. Elders will be young men.
All praise His holy name.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bring that out, though, King Baba Kasha.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 9.
Bring it out!
Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind.
You said what?
Prophesy unto the wind.
No, prophesy. Just talk out of your own mouth. Read.
Prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy, son of man. And he said to the wind, thus said the Lord God.
Slaki. How y'all doing today? All praise to the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. We the Israelites, sister and brother.
I'm already where I know.
Okay, so what did you know?
I know from the tribe of Judah.
All praise to the Most High. What about you, brother? What you know about the Israelites, brother?
I'm trying to get him here.
You trying to get him here? All right, so all praise to the Most High. All right, so we the Israelites, man. Long story, well, you know what I'm saying? Not saying long story short, but because it's a long story. It's a very long story. You know, we could be here until the end of times. You know, talking about how we the Israelites. But you know, okay, so you know what I'm saying? If you would be a so-called black man in America, right? You know what I'm saying? You would be from the tribe of Judah most likely. But what's your father's race?
Both my parents are both black.
They both so-called black? Okay, could somebody get that flyer of black? Hold up black right quick for me, Baba Kashan. Because this term black is always put on our people. See, black, they say it's the absence of color. Don't look at your skin. Now look at the so-called, look at that car. Is that color? You know what I'm saying? That white one right there. You know what I'm saying? It's the absence of color. You know what I'm saying? They say black is the absence of color. It leaves an air of mystery, because when so-called white people walk past you, they don't know what they thinking. They're like, oh, this is a black guy. What is he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And they say it's a color used to establish barriers to cover up the hide. And basically, black is evil, so to say. When you're a black man or they call you black, hey, they think you're evil. You know what I'm saying? You can put that down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so you wouldn't be a so-called black man, because if you look at your skin, what color is it? It's brown. It's brown. So your father is the let's matter of fact, get that out of Numbers right quick. Let's get that out of Numbers. Numbers 1 and 18. No, give me Numbers 1 and verse 2, and then hop to 18.
I got you.
You got it? Bring it out.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 2. Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel.
The children of who?
The children of Israel.
The Americans.
The children of Israel.
Negro.
The children of Israel.
So-called black people.
The children of Israel. After their families.
After who?
After their families. By the house of their father.
All their mothers.
By the house of their father.
Their grandmothers.
By the house of their father.
I thought because women, they hold the seed, but it's them.
By the house of their fathers.
Okay. How to 18?
Go to 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees.
So you know what a pedigree is? What's a okay? So a pedigree is like a seed line. Like if I got a blue nose pit and a red nose pit bull, right? And I got and I made that male blue nose pit with that female red nose pit. That baby would still be a blue nose pit, you know, because the father was a blue nose. So by default, that baby, even though the mother was a red nose pit, that baby is still a blue nose pit bull, that puppy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It's the seed line. So I thought I asked you, what's your father's race? Because it goes by the house of your fathers. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so you would be an Israelite, brother, according to the Lord, according to what the scriptures say. So you know anything about the Israelites or the Bible? What do you know about the Bible? What do you know? Like, what do you know about Moses? What did Moses do? Okay, he went across the Red Sea. He freed, and what people did he free? The Israelites. Okay, so this is what the Bible is about. The Bible is not about Christianity. You know what I'm saying? It's not about religion. It's about laws, statutes, and commandments. And it's given to the one people. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Who are Israelites? You know what I'm saying? That's who it's given to. It's not given to the whole world. It's given to the world of Israel. Like you got different worlds. You know what I'm saying? You got Sea World, Wally World. You know what I'm saying? The LGBT LMNOP world. You got that world. You know what I'm saying? But we are the world of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And so give me the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. Because can I ask you a question, brother, sister? As a collective of people, are we on high above all nations right now? Or we are in low conditions in society right now? Low conditions in society. And could somebody get this out of the book of the mirror? Look up. Where my phone at right quick? My phone. The Merriam-Webster dictionary. Ghetto. The word ghetto. In the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Yeah, so we said so as you both could bear witness that you are both high, that we are not high in society right now. What does that definition read?
A quarter of a city in which Jews were formerly required to live.
A
quarter of a city in which members of a minority group.
Who are the so-called minority group in society? Bring it out.
It's ghetto in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. A quarter of a city in which Jews were formerly required to live.
Man, she just read that. You know what I'm saying? So if you look up the word ghetto mean where the Jews reside. You know what I'm saying? Hey, where we stay at? Where the Jews are. You know what I'm saying? Because don't the so-called black people stay in the ghettos? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might see a Chinese person in the ghetto, but are they in the ghetto living with you on Section 8? What they in the ghetto doing? Selling what? Cat, rat, and dog? You know what I'm saying? Popcorn mice. You know what I'm saying? Selling you chopped dog rice and dragon lizards. You know what I'm saying? That's what they over there selling you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't over there living in the conditions that we living in. So as y'all can bear witness, we low in society, right? Hey, bring this out right quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice.
Meaning listen diligently. Meaning you gotta listen close. Read.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
The same as all nations on the earth.
To set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Nah, you're gonna be equal. You're gonna have equal rights as the so-called white man and these other nations that come over.
Set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So he's gonna set you on high above all nations on the earth. Now, as y'all can bear witness that we not on high right now. So it must have been something that happened. Give me 15. You got a precept? Yeah. Bring it up.
This the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
So what does that sound like? You're going to become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword above all nations. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a proverb and a byword. Don't you go by black? That's a proverb. You know what I'm saying? If I was to kill, what's your name, sister? Kylie? Kyla? You see how you just corrected me? Kyla. See, that's a proverb, because I just called you Kylie. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hold up, that's not my name. What's your name, brother? Huh?
Lamar.
Who?
Lamar.
Lamar? I thought you were about to say Kamar. How about Kamar? That's your name. You know what I'm saying? You see how that is? You're an astonishment, like, hold up, what? That's not my name. You know what I'm saying? Nah, my name's Lamar. My name is Kyla. You know what I'm saying? So you said you was going to go by a proverb and a byword amongst all nations. What people in any of these nations that you see in the earth was called the N-word? What people? You know what I'm saying? What people in any nation have you ever heard, you know what I'm saying, having to discontinue from their heritage? You know what I'm saying? They was hanged on trees. Did you see a so-called white man come over here on boats in chains? Or who he have in chains? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so bring this out right here, right quick. Bring this up.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
Bring it out!
And these is prophecies right here. These is prophecies right here. You know what prophecies mean? You know what the word prophecy mean?
Like things that are to come.
Things that are to come. Things that was foretold that came to pass. That's things that are foretold that came to pass. So Moses was saying that these things will happen to the Israelites if we did not listen to the commandments of the Lord. That's what I'm about to read right here. I'm gonna get y'all. I know y'all probably gotta go. I know I'm probably talking a little bit because I told you it's a long story. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to understand, brother, that you are not a so-called black man. You're not a Negro. You're not an African American. Hey, the Lord said you're an Israelite. The Most High said that we are kings on this earth.
Right.
We are kings. We ain't supposed to be over here, hey, being like these so-called these other nations that taught us to do all these wicked things like eating crab, eating pork, eating shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Eating that things. You know what I'm saying? These things are abominations and they wicked. And they put parasites in your body. That's why you gotta get a colon check. They ain't gonna have the so-called white man picking up your butt when you're 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? Who wants that? Who wants that? I just had, you know what I'm saying? I could bear witness. I had a brother, I ain't gonna mention his name, but he told me he had to get put to sleep for him to go ahead and grab his butt. Man, no. You look at her face. You don't want that. You don't want that. And it was one man that shot a daggone doctor for a man going up his butt, and he made him come out his joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He shot the man for that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want that to happen, because you know why? He was eating pork, he was eating shrimp, he was eating catfish, he was eating all these abominable things. So look, this right here, read that.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He said if you will not listen, because he said that if you listen diligently, then you will be on high above nations. But you said, but y'all can bear witness that we are not on high above all nations. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
What?
that all these curses,
All these what?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So look, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing, brother? It's a bad thing, right? See, now that what I was just read out of Deuteronomy 28, it was a curse that was placed upon the Israelites to go by a proverb and a byword, meaning you're going to get called another name. You're going to get called the N-word. You're going to get called a Negro. You're going to get called an Afro-American. You're going to get called a so-called black man. That's what you're going to get called. You're not going to get called Lamar. Because when they came over here, you ever seen Roots? You ever heard about Roots? What happened to Kunta Kinte?
They whipped him until he changed his name.
He was like, Toby, my name is Toby. No, you know what I'm saying? So now your name Lamar. You know what I'm saying? What if I just whipped you and called you? No, it's come on. It's come on. I'm gonna keep whipping you. Bring it up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
So look, that's like CPS. That sound like Child Protective Service. Because look, a woman and a man, the government could come and take your kid. You know what they could do? They could sell it to they could sell it to another person on another side of the country. And you will never see your kid again. They did that in slavery. Hey, a man or a woman that have a baby, guess what? They'll sell the buck. They'll sell the buck, make the woman have the baby, buy the buck, take y'all baby, and then sell it off. And that baby will be a pet or whatever to another so-called white man or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Over there in their plantation. These people right here. You know what I'm saying? They sold it to his probably his great grandfather plantation. You know what I'm saying? So Moses was saying that these things will happen to the children of Israel. He didn't say that these would happen to these curses would happen to, you know what I'm saying, anyone else. Hey, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 50 and 40 and 45. Yeah, come on. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45.
Let me ask you a question. If you want to find McDonald's, what you gonna look for? Let's say you riding down the highway, you're like, man, where the next McDonald's at? What you gonna look for? You gonna look for the building, or you gonna look for the what first? The M's, the golden arches. Read this.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Go read 46. Read 46.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For a what?
For a sign. And for a wonder. And upon thy seed forever.
So look, these curses will be upon the Israelites for a sign. So you're going to know who the Israelites are by these curses that they go through. That's going to be the sign. You're going to look around in the world. You're going to look around in your area. You're going to be like, damn, why? And why is all the so-called black people going through these things? Why ain't the white person going through this? Why can't the African come over here and live on top of me? Why can't the Arabs come over here and own the store in the hood and sell me loose cigarettes and I could buy hot plates for them on food stamps? Why can't they do that? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I own my own business? You know what I'm saying? Hey, he said that these curses is going to be upon you for a sign. So these curses are going to be a sign for the children of Israel, because they're not going to happen to no one else but the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you a question. All that I brought out so far, who is that lining up with? Is that lining up with any other nations? Is that lining up with the so-called white people? Is that lining up with the so-called Chinese people? Is that lining up with the so-called Arabs? Who is that lining up with? The Israelites, who are so-called what? Exactly.
Right.
That's who it's lining up with. Because hey, we are the ones. Hey, the pastor ain't gonna tell you this in the church. The pastor ain't gonna tell you this. And he gonna have eyes on your woman the whole time. That's what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna be over there sweating in lust at your woman. Like, yeah, brother, I don't know what to tell you, brother. Maybe you should, brother, just keep doing what you're doing, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you could be doing bad. He be just looking like this the whole time, like, yeah, brother, yeah, keep messing up so I can get your lady. Yeah, that's what they be doing.
They gonna be like the pastor on BMF.
On BMF, man, the Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? With that badass wig he got on. Yeah.
Counsel with your woman.
Talking about he gonna have a secret counsel with your lady, man. That's madness. But that's what. But the pastor's not gonna tell you this. You know what they're gonna do? Dig deep, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Dig deep, brother. As deep as you can. That's what. Hey, look over to your neighbor. Say, neighbor, use a meat stretcher. That's what he gonna tell you. That's what he gonna take. Gonna tell you some wild freak all stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna tell you we're gonna tell you the truth. Hey, give me John 8 and 32. Bring that out right quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shall thy serve thy enemies.
Who?
Shall thy serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger,
Okay.
and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
One of all things, brother. Hey, when you go to the grocery store, where you gotta go to? Where you go buy your groceries from? Who is that owned by? See that? When you pay your bills, who you gotta pay it to? Who you pay your bills to? What company? Your electric bill. Who the electric? See, me too. Who is that ran by? The so-called white man. Named probably Charles Amarin or something. You know? Hey, when you want water, who you gotta go to? Who's that company owned by? Pure Life. So-called white people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, your shirt. What is it? Hey, what's the brand on the back of your tag on your shirt? Nautica. A Nautica shirt made by a so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you could buy your clothes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you could buy threads and say, oh, I made these exclusive for me. But hey, the materials came from the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? They own the materials. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and one of all things, when you want a birth certificate, where you gotta go? The white man, a passport, or the so-called Jewish man. That's right, sister. The so-called, and she said the right thing, the so-called. Because the word ish is a suffix, meaning pertaining to. So that means that they want to be like the Jews. Who are who? Us, the Israelites. Exactly. You see that? You see that? So let me put the cheese on the cracker right here. Put the icing on the cake. Then I'm gonna get you a few commandments that you can live by. Oh, you gotta finish that. Yeah, finish that. And give me hold that right quick, and then after that, give me 68.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So look, he's gonna put a yoke of iron upon your neck. You heard about the abolishment of slavery and slavery with Abraham Lincoln and stuff like that. When he said he so-called abolished slavery. Hey, we was destroyed. Let me give you look. That yoke of iron. That's the yoke of iron. And you can look up, hey sister, if you got your phone on, is about to die or something, look up yoke of iron on Google and see what the first picture that pop up and show it to your man. See that? And where is that going to go? Where does that go on? Exactly. Because we would try to run, and guess what? We'll try to run through the trees. The next thing you know, we get yoked up by a tree because that damn iron on our neck. You ever seen one of those comedy things where they make you act? Exactly, the Jingle Bell. That's what Christmas is about. That's what that song about. Jingle Bell, Jingle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a racist song. You know what I'm saying? But we celebrating their holidays. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? You say you're gonna put a yoke of iron on that. You got 68? Go to 68. Hey, cause we ain't out here to tell you lies, brother. We ain't out here to be like these wicked ass pastors, man. We ain't out here, hold that right quick. We ain't out here to just tell you things and tell you smooth things because they sound good. No, we out here to tell you the truth, brother. And ain't you tired of being lied to? Listen, ain't you tired of that wicked ass image right there? You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of that, man. I'm tired. Hey, cause the Lord, that's not even his name. What was his name, sister? Exactly, Cesare Borgia. Sound like Caesar salad, Caesar dressing. You know what I'm saying? White just like Caesar dressing, man. Exactly. All praise to the Most High. Hey, bring that out right quick. John 8:32.
All praise to the Most High.
It's the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
Bring it out.
And ye shall know the truth.
He said what? He said what?
And ye shall know the truth.
Nah, I know the lies.
And ye shall know the truth.
I know the smooth things.
And ye shall know the truth.
Nah, I know the slick talk and the jazz.
And ye shall know the truth. And the truth shall make you free.
I was gonna keep you in bondage.
And the truth shall make you free.
And the truth gonna make you free, brother. And your mind is gonna be open.
Right.
That bondage that's on your mind of doing this westernized, having this westernized mentality, doing this westernized things like going to damn church. You know what I'm saying? Eating crab, eating pork. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like a delicacy to us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they rake up the daggone the king crab legs. And then guess what we gonna do? We go on Instagram, we gonna stuff like, yeah, y'all brothers ain't eating for real. Y'all niggas ain't eating. You know what I'm saying? We stun abominations. The Most High doing was exactly what her face doing. That's exactly what he doing. Like, y'all just gonna keep on disrespecting me, huh? After I done brought y'all out of Egypt with a mighty hand. You know what I'm saying? I done passed over y'all. I could've killed y'all. I could've said, pump that blood on that doorpost and ran up in y'all spot and smoked y'all too with the Egyptians. But I reached out and I saved you. I reached out and I said, you know what? You only have I known. Right. Give me Amos 3:1. But bring this out right quick, brother. And look, and now tell me who this line up with. No, so I can bring give me Exodus 20:2 first.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Hold up. Now, what was the Israelites doing in Egypt, brother? Were they in there on vacation? What was they in there doing? Building the pyramids. Was they doing it for free? Yeah, they was doing it for free, right? Was they getting like workers' comp? You know what I'm saying? If they fell off the brick and broke they getting PTO. Was they getting overtime pay? No, they wasn't getting none of it. What was they doing? What that sound like they was doing over there? Slavery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said, know what?
No HR. Man, the taskmaster, he whipping me too hard. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? They got the union formed over there for the bricklayers. Like, yeah, no, hell no, we won't build.
We're going on strike.
We're going on the bricks. No, we ain't had none of that over there. They were slaves.
Yeah, picket line.
They were slaves. Bring that out.
Bring that out, King. Oh, you got it? Bring it out.
Exodus 23.
Exodus 20, verse 2.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2.
Bring it out.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out the land of Egypt.
Out of what?
Out the land of Egypt. Out the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out the house of bondage.
Out of house of freedom.
Out the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. So when he said, so read that one more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So look, Moses was speaking to the Israelites in the wilderness after he what? Walked them through the Red Sea, right? And freed them out of slavery, right? You know what I'm saying? So when he heard, let me ask you this. Y'all down here in Washington right now. All y'all heard about Washington is they down here, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they down here robbing and breaking in people's cars. And y'all be like, you know what, let's go down Washington. What y'all gonna think about what's gonna happen to y'all car if y'all come down here and park on Washington? What's gonna happen? Like, all y'all hear about they down here breaking the key boys down here breaking in cars. It's all praises, but what you gonna think about though when you hear about coming down Washington? That your car gonna get broken into. So when Moses spoke these words to the Israelites in the wilderness, bring that out one time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Thought about slavery again.
With ships.
What?
With ships.
On a PT Cruiser.
With ships.
On a bird scooter.
With ships.
In the back of the Escalade.
With ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You ain't gonna see your homeland no more. You ain't gonna know where you're from. You ain't gonna know your culture. You ain't gonna know, hey, what was your name before then? You ain't gonna know nothing. You ain't gonna know about the food that you eat, the style of dress you did. You ain't gonna know about none of that. You're gonna have this westernized mentality. Read.
And there you should be sold.
Hold up. What happened when we got off them boats?
And there you should be sold.
What happened when we got off them boats in slavery, brother? We were sold to who? To the slave masters who are who? The so-called white man.
Sold to who?
And there you shall be sold.
To who?
Unto your enemies.
To who?
Unto your enemies.
Your friends.
Unto your enemies.
To your wife.
Unto your enemies.
To your husband.
Unto your enemies.
Your best buddy.
Unto your enemies. For bondmen and bondwomen. And no man shall buy you.
No man shall buy you, because you see our people over here walking hand in hand with the so-called white man. You see our brothers and sisters over here, see our brothers over here walking hand in hand with Shirley, the Edomite woman, you know what I'm saying, the white woman, you know what I'm saying? Hey, and the Lord said that these people that did this to you are your enemies.